This is my first project, the diseases in history that I did. Did I click it? There we go. So this is the opening screen that the kids got. This is the original descriptor that came with the template. I chose not to change that, but you can edit that and actually make it a description for what you're getting at with the kids. Again, because I was just trying it out, I didn't do anything with that. And then when I go over to on the left side, I have my dashboard, which was nice in the fact, like, we figured out, which I didn't realize in the beginning, when I can edit details, like the kids are all able to name their projects and change the name. They're also able to change their image, so that makes their projects unique when it comes down to it. And then when I go to the workspace, this is what the actual template looked in the beginning. It came already, as I wait for it to load a little bit here, it came already with directions. I did alter my directions slightly just to make sure that my kids had everything they needed and maybe simplified them a little bit. But then they were able to go in and it gave them pictures, and I obviously told them, like, all of these pictures don't have anything to do with any of your diseases, so I'm expecting those to change. And then under each key element that they added, it gives like, you need to describe a key element of their disease. We use the key elements for the disease, as a summary page. They pulled out their most important things that they felt like I had to know about their disease if I never clicked another slide over. And then when we got to event, that was more, we used it more as a timeline. And again, they had pictures that they had to change. And then again, it gave them prompting questions that they had to go through and answer. When we did factors, and this was all laid out for me, so I didn't really have to change much of that. I changed some of the verbiage just so it said, influencing the outbreak, because that's what we're doing, was the disease. Factors, when we looked at factors, the kids were doing things that were immediate factors or causes of the disease. And then for consequences, I was looking for the kids to find the long-term impact. So like in the class, we did bubonic plague, and we talked about how it took, Europe over 200 years to rebuild after the plague. So what happened after the Spanish flu? Like, how long did it take for things to get back to normal? So this is this is where they did all of their work. If I go back to the opening screen, one of the things that's super nice that we provided for our kids is we went in and they get supporting materials, and we went in and provided them websites on all of the different diseases, because they got to pick what disease they did. So we provided them a starting point with their research. So they didn't have to go find all their own stuff. A lot of them did, but they had somewhere to start. We did not use the standards tab, but you are able to add in your standards. We just chose not to this time, but we did the supporting material. So then if I go back and actually look at a kid's finished work, so then you can see they went through and they changed everything. All the images go with the Spanish flu. You can see that, businesses and their consequences that they found. You're able to also look at how they put in their factors. They were able to rearrange things or add in more things. So like you can tell, like obviously they changed the squiggly or the lines here to fit, because they had more information than fit in the original template, which is nice because they can manipulate it and change things. For their major events, again, this group kind of shifted things a little bit, but again, they changed all their pictures. Mm-hmm. And then for key elements, this was more their summary of what they felt like I really needed. And so they picked out famous people. They talked about the flu vaccines, how did they stop it? Obviously makeshift hospitals and were created. So this is one of their finished projects.